A protective parent is, quite simply, the parent who is seeking to gain custody of their child in order to protect them from ongoing abuse. The shock and deep feeling of betrayal a parent must feel when they discover that their domestic partner is abusing their child is unimaginable. But, of course, these days they have a large pool of trained and knowledgeable professionals to turn to: law enforcement officers, attorneys, mediators, therapists, and family law court judges. So, at least they're not alone. Or so we would all hope. Unfortunately, as much as our understanding of abuse has progressed and as much as we collectively express outrage at the notion of a parent abusing a child, the reality is that when it comes to law courts, we are institutionally ill-equipped to provide children with the support they need. In family law courts, 81% of child sex abuse reports result in custody being given to the abuser. Yes, you heard that right. In family law courts, 81% of child sex abuse reports result in custody of the child being given to the abuser. Protective parents soon discover that courts more often than not dismiss their claims as false and punish them for bringing allegations of abuse to light. Even when there is clear corroborating evidence, protective parents have a mountain to climb when it comes to being heard, being believed, and getting the vital support they need. And for mothers, this mountain becomes higher, steeper, and much more treacherous to climb. In family law courts, it is not the rights of the abused child that are being upheld, but it is the rights of the abusive father that hold more weight. In cases of child sexual abuse, 88% of abusive parents are fathers. And although mothers make false accusations of abuse against fathers less than 2% of the time, 73% of mothers who bring allegations of sexual abuse to the courts are losing custody of their children altogether. In other words, this has become a gendered issue. Institutionalized gaslighting in family law courts allows abusive fathers to retain custody of their children, causing protective mothers to lose custody, and thereby punishing the very children that we would expect them to protect. As a result, protective mothers are now frequently advised by their attorneys not to mention domestic abuse, as it could jeopardize their chances of retaining custody of their children. We now have a climate of fear governing family law courts. Protective parents need our support. Often too afraid to speak out for fear of retribution from judges who have become mired in this world of smoke and mirrors, this silent tragedy is being played out in family law courts across the country. At the Stop Abuse campaign, we're calling for action. The Safe Child Act will provide family law court judges with all the tools they need to shift this narrative, make sound, child-centered decisions that will support the efforts of all protective parents, regardless of gender, and put an end to the unacceptable toll of children being forced to live with an abuser. It's time for protective parents to be heard and supported. It's time for abused children to be returned to loving homes. For more information, please visit our website at stopabusecampaign.org, where you can find out more about the Safe Child Act, join our team of volunteers, or make a donation to our fund to support protective parents across the country.